So photosynthesis, we will first define what it is, and photosynthesis is the process by which green plants and algae and some bacteria, note, green plants, algae, and some bacteria convert light energy, usually from the sun, into chemical energy stored in glucose. This process is crucial for life on Earth as it provides the primary source of organic matter for nearly all organisms. Photosynthesis not only sustains plant life but also supports nearly all life on Earth by providing food and energy. Guys, God used very complicated mathematics to make this world that we all survive because there is a sun. That energy of the sun converted, and whatever comes out of it make us survive, or it supports us as we live in this world, depending on the number of years each animal lives. Where does photosynthesis take place? Photosynthesis primarily occurs in the leaves. There is a video of the leaf of plants within specialized organelles called chloroplasts. Chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, the green pigment that captures light energy. So the green pigment, why you see the leaves being green is because of the green pigment. And this pigment captures the light energy. The key parts involved in photosynthesis include chloroplasts, and these are organelles where photosynthesis takes place. Remember when the slide on the cell, all right? Go back and look at it. We mentioned also chloroplasts there as organelles. Then we have thylakoid membranes. These are structures within the chloroplast that contain chlorophyll. All right? And then we have the stroma, the fluid-filled space surrounding the thylakoids, where the Kelvin cycle takes place. Remember, photosynthesis takes place in 2 cycles. Structure of the chloroplasts. Look at it, guys. We have the outer membrane and the inner membrane. Then the fluid inside is known as the stroma. And then we have the granum. And we have what we were calling thylakoid. The grana are membranous structures containing chlorophyll molecules on their surface. So you are shown there the thylakoid membrane, thylakoid lumen, and you have the red shows you the area which is known as the granum. That is singular, plural grana. Then we have lamella. Remember the leaf lamella. Okay? And the lamella is singular, plural is lamellae. Let's go straight to the chemistry of photosynthesis. The chemistry of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis can be broken down into two main stages: the light-dependent reaction and the Kelvin cycle, or light-independent reaction. Light-dependent reactions. These reactions take place in the thylakoid membranes. They require light to produce ATP, and ATP is short for adenosine triphosphate, and NADPH, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. We will tell you what they are later. Water, H2O, is split, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. So the whole rationale behind photosynthesis is to capture that light energy. Water is coming from the ground. This water is split by the light energy, and we have now oxygen released and hydrogen is left. The overall reaction for the light-independent phase is 2H2O plus 2 NADP. Don't be scared by those letters. They are just compounds in the process of photosynthesis, plus 3 ADP plus 3 PI plus light goes or gives you 2 NADPH plus 2 H plus 3 ATP plus oxygen. So that is the overall reaction for the light-independent phase. The second phase is known as Kelvin cycle, or the light-independent reactions. They don't require light. Sometimes this is known as the dark stage. The other one is known as the light stage. These reactions occur in the stroma. The stroma is the fluid matrix in which the grana are suspended. They use ATP and NADPH produced in the light-dependent reactions to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. Light-independent reaction. The overall reaction for the Kelvin cycle is C6O2 plus 18 ATP plus 12 NADPH plus 12 H2O gives you C6H12O6 plus 18 NDP plus 18 PI plus 12 NADPH DP plus 6 H2O. We'll give you the meaning of those later. I can even decide to give the meaning of them at the end of this lesson. The overall balance equation for photosynthesis is C6O2 plus 12H2O plus light gives you C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. 6CO2 is carbon dioxide, 12H2O is water, or 12 molecules of water, excuse me, and the 6CO is 6 molecules of carbon dioxide. In the presence of light, will be broken to glucose. C6H12O6 plus 6 is glucose, and the 6O2 is 6 molecules of oxygen, And 6H2O is 6 molecules of water. And there we have 1 molecule of glucose. So what happens to the products of photosynthesis? Glucose. This one is used as energy source by the plant for growth, development, and reproduction. It can also be stored as starch for later use. It can be used to synthesize other organic compounds like cellulose for cell walls. Oxygen. This is released into the atmosphere as a byproduct, essential for the respiration of aerobic organisms, including humans and animals. Guys, before I end this video, and that is why I've taken some time, I've tried to come up with the meaning of ATP, NADPH, NADP, and PI. So before we end this topic, let's look at the meaning of those abbreviations. So, what is ATP, NADPH, and NADP, and PI? In the context of photosynthesis, these are molecules which play crucial roles in the light-dependent and light-independent, which is called Calvin cycle reactions. Here is how they fit into the overall equation. ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So ATP is short for adenosine triphosphate. It is the energy currency of the cell. During photosynthesis, ATP is produced in the light-dependent reactions and consumed in the Calvin cycle to drive the synthesis of glucose. So, when water is split into hydrogen and oxygen, ATP is produced to go to the next stage. That's what we are just saying in brief. NADPH, which is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, is a high energy electron carrier. So this one is an electron carrier. It is produced in the right independent reactions and provides the reducing power needed in the Calvin cycle to convert carbon dioxide into glucose. What is NADP and PI? It's a continuation. NADP is adenosine diphosphate. NADP is the lower energy form of ATP. It is converted back into ATP during light-dependent reactions, which stores energy in its high-energy phosphate bonds. PI is inorganic phosphate. PI is a component of ATP. During the conversion of ADP to ATP, an inorganic phosphate group is added to ADP. All right. So in general, photosynthesis involves the right stage, and the overall equation of photosynthesis can be simplified like 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 12 molecules of water in the presence of light energy combines to give glucose plus oxygen, 6 molecules of oxygen and 6 molecules of water. However, in terms of involvement of these molecules in the detailed process, light-independent reactions NDP plus NADP plus water in presence of light energy gives you ATP plus NADPH plus oxygen. So you can see there that NDP plus NADP plus are involved, come about as energy sources when water is being broken down into hydrogen and oxygen. And that hydrogen, in the process also, ATP is produced to get ready for the next process, which does not require light. And here, that is why now you have, at the end of the light-dependent reaction, that is in presence of light, when it is absorbed by chlorophyll, ATP is produced and NADPH and oxygen is given out. The dark stage is known as the Kelvin cycle. So this is the light independent. It does not require light. So it can take place in absence of light. So the ATP, which was produced in the light stage, and the NADPH will now combine with carbon dioxide, and you result in the following products: NDP plus P phosphate plus NADP plus. You can see the NADPH, the H, which is hydrogen, now is combining with carbon dioxide, or in the process combines with carbon dioxide to give you C6H12O2, which is glucose. In summary, ATP and NADPH are produced in the light-dependent reactions and consumed in the Kelvin cycle or the light-independent reaction. NDP and PI are used to regenerate ATP in the light-independent reactions. So to reproduce, to regenerate, all right? Because for these reactions to occur, they require energy. And guys, now, with those many ones, guys, and trying to simplify those equations, I hope the learner or the students is going to find it now a bit understanding and more clearer than just giving the equation. So what I was trying to do there is to expound on the equations in the previous slides. So I was forced now to come back and digest now the equations so that I simplify them and give you that summary so that you are not going to be mixed up, or you are not going to shy away from biology saying that you cannot crack the equations because of things like ATP, NADPH, ADP, and PI. I've simplified them as much as I can. And guys, wish you a good time while watching this video. Have pen and paper, because after you watch this video to the end, your life concerning photosynthesis and understanding it will never be the same. So, goodbye, students, and see you in our next video.